Hello guys, welcome to this video. This time we came to play a little nostalgia, and we will review the first version of FIFA so far, in advanced. Of course, the versions that were released on different PlayStations. FIFA Football 2004, also known as FIFA Soccer 2004 in North America, is a football simulation video game developed by EA Canada and published by Electronic Arts. It was released in October 2003 with the slogan, "Create the Shine." FIFA Football 2004 is the 11th game in the FIFA series and the 8th 3D game, and the first football-based game for the PlayStation 1, which had a different and strange atmosphere than its release time, and is remembered as a lovely nostalgia. Rather, it was from here that FIFA also began and found its point of development. Now we need to go to the console revolution, the PlayStation 2, and its beloved game, FIFA 2005, and talk a little about it. FIFA Football, or FIFA Soccer, is a series of football games designed and developed by EA Sports. And since 1993, a version of this beautiful and popular game has been released by Electronic Arts every year. The beginning of the evolution of the sports simulation game series was in late 1993, when EA Sports was able to design one of the largest and most popular sports games for the first time, and it brought about a major revolution in computer games. The first version included unique leagues including the German Bundesliga, Spanish La Liga, English Premier League, Italian Serie A, Portuguese League, French League One, Dutch League, Mexican League, and American League, in which the names of players and clubs were accurately simulated. It also included some national teams including Greece, Turkey, Argentina. When the first version was released, it was so well received that EA Sports executives decided to include other tournaments on their agenda, including the World Cup, European Championship, and Champions League.
Quando era criança, sempre sonhei em tornar-me campeão. É preciso determinação.
This time we're going to jump ahead and go to 2006, when Sony introduced one of its most expensive consoles to the market, the PlayStation 3, which had a high price at the time of its release. But the device that Sony had released to the market had extraordinary power for its time, which is why in 2019, FIFA released games that the PlayStation 3 was able to play without problems. That's why we're going to review the latest official FIFA for the PlayStation 3. The first days of autumn always have a special feeling for fans of the FIFA series, because during these days, the new version of this popular series is released and enthusiasts have the chance to experience Electronic Arts' latest achievement in the field of football simulation, and of course, perhaps people who are going to have fun with this game for a year. Although FIFA 19 does not have revolutionary changes compared to last year's version, it is an attractive and enjoyable football experience. Stay with Zoomji by reviewing the game. Advertisement D for Hamra Haval. The first days of autumn always have a special feeling for fans of the FIFA series, because during these days, the new version of this popular series is released, and enthusiasts have the chance to experience Electronic Arts' latest achievement in the field of football simulation, and of course, maybe people who are going to have fun with this game for a year. In the past years, FIFA has attracted many fans of sports games by providing a complete football experience, and this year's version has entered the field with a series of changes. In this review, we will take a look at its strengths and weaknesses, and answer the question of whether FIFA 19 is attractive and new enough for us to experience it for a long time or not. But first of all, we invite you to take a look at the video review of the game below. Download video from Apparat, watch on YouTube. The first thing we are all eager to find out in reviewing the new version of FIFA is the changes that the game has made compared to last year. After all, both Electronic Arts and Konami, throughout the history of releasing these two football simulator series, have sometimes faced the problem that the game has not changed much compared to last year's version. And this is not something that fans will like very much. But in the case of FIFA 19, if you watch the gameplay videos of the game, you may get the feeling that the game is almost the same as FIFA 18. And you're right, because the game is very similar to last year's version in terms of graphics and general style. But on the other hand, when you start playing the game yourself, this feeling gradually fades and the audience gets the feeling that FIFA 19, although it does not have major and overall changes in the gameplay, its numerous small changes, when put together, make playing this work enjoyable and different from before. Many factors are involved in this, one of which is the improvement of the defense situation in the game. Defending in FIFA 19, unlike the previous version, is not dependent on luck, but on the skill of the gamer, and this allows us to achieve high skills in defense by spending time and trial and error and by properly controlling the players, and of course adopting the right systems, we can neutralize the opponent's attacks. As a result, the gameplay in FIFA 19 has reached a good balance in terms of defense and attack, and we no longer witness games in which we witness the exchange of a large number of goals. And just like real football, matches are held at the peak of excitement and tension, which is a very positive thing for FIFA 19. Of course, at lower difficulty levels, these features are not so noticeable, and the quality of the game's gameplay is more evident at difficult difficulty levels, or when playing an online and offline multiplayer. FIFA 19 Game Review/FIFA 19. But apart from these issues, FIFA 19 has also introduced a series of new mechanisms that are not necessarily all positive and efficient. One of the best new features of the game is the dynamic tactics system, a system that allows you to determine different combinations and instructions for different defensive and offensive modes before the start of the match, and change these modes in the game using the arrow keys. Apart from eliminating the need for the audience to go to the menu, this system also allows for quick changes in playing style during matches, which is especially useful in online matches. The next new feature of the game is the active touch system. This system was created with the aim of making the ball control and interaction with the players more natural, and its effect can be felt when controlling players in possession of the ball or dribbling, which has led to smoother and more natural movements than last year's version. Now it's time to move on to PlayStation's second best-selling device, the PS4, and review FIFA 23 together. One of the things that has received special attention in the new version of FIFA is the women's football section. In previous versions of this game, we also saw the existence of several women's national teams. But in this version, EA Sports has added several other women's teams to the game, according to the requests of gamers, which is a great and wonderful development in the game. Also, in the new version of the game, things such as the use of free kicks, corner kicks, substitutions, and animations of various player reactions have also changed fundamentally. However, the FIFA game has been able to maintain its stability and nature compared to the previous version and receive good scores from critics. FIFA 23 has also undergone significant changes in terms of graphics and appearance. The appearance of the stadiums and the reactions of the spectators to events and the faces of the players have been designed with much more realistic quality. In fact, EA Sports has done its best to provide excellent graphics in the new version of FIFA, which has also succeeded. One of the great things about FIFA 23 is that it allows you to experience the World Cup. The World Cup is the biggest sporting event in the world and has a huge fan base. That's why EA Sports decided to add this feature to the game. FIFA 23 players can experience the Men's World Cup in Qatar and the Women's World Cup in New Zealand, Australia, in the game at no additional cost. And now it's time to look at the latest and most complete version of the game. Last year, after years of collaboration, EA decided to part ways with FIFA and released its new football game called FC 24. The game was very similar to FIFA 23 in many ways, and it can be said that not many changes were seen in it. Now, FC 25 has been officially unveiled for a few days, and it seems that the developers have more plans to add new features and fan requests to the game this time. In FC 25, the popular street or indoor football mode known as Volta has been completely removed, and a new mode called Rush has been introduced in its place. This new mode is played on smaller fields and between teams of 5. Rush has faster gameplay and its own rules. For example, your player may be sent off the field for a limited time if he receives a blue card. This new mode will be present in all parts of the game. meaning you can have a friendly rush match in kickoff, complete missions by playing Rush in Ultimate Team Mode, and even control one of 5 players in clubs with your friends. The most important feature of a football game is its gameplay. A big and important change to the gameplay of FC25 is the introduction of a new system called FCYQ, which allows you to adjust the team's tactics in more detail. With this system, you can specify the role of each player precisely and share your tactics with other players. Also, in FC25, there are many options to change tactics and replace players in the gameplay itself. So there is no need to stop the game and go to the menu. And that was our analysis. I hope you enjoyed the video.